Hello everyone, welcome to textile chemical processing. And before going to the topics, today's topic, let's see the pictures. So normally some fibers are protected with some covering materials, some protecting materials. So these will hinder the properties of the particular fibers. So, for example, if you take silk is surrounded by a gummy material over the silk fibers. So, this gummy material or some wax material present in the silk will reduce the luster of the silk fibers. So, we have to remove these impurities present in the silk yarn or fabric before it reaches the end users. So that process is called degumming. So today we are going to see the degumming, and at the end of this class you will able to decum the silk in a different manner. That means you can able to decum the silk yarn or fabric by a separate mechanism, and you can able to explain the impurities present in the silk fibers. Silk silk is a natural fiber available in the form of filament, but the natural fiber is composed with a productive layer normally called sericin. So this sericin is a protective layer which compress the two silk filaments. So see the picture. So the silk filament is taken from the silk cocoons, and it is reeling. So after that, it will be in the uh, silk fiber in covering with a protective layer called sericin. And this is the composition of silk. So normally fibroin is the major portion that is the main component of silk fiber. It will be around 70 to 75%, and 25 percentage to 30 percentage will be sericin, that is a gum, and the remaining waxy substance, it will be around 2 to 3 percentage, natural colors 1 to 1.5 percentage, and mineral matters it will be around 0.5 to 1 percentage. So these impurities should be removed for better luster and other properties. So see this picture. So silk is made up of fibril, and you see the this is the structure of the fibroin. So fibroin is composed with fibrils, and there are two fibroins are attached with a sericin gum. So that means two silk filament is attached with a sericin gum, and this sericin gum will reduce the light reflection. So you have to remove this sericin gum before it reaches the end users. And these are some different pictures of silk fiber, raw silk fiber. So there will be two threads, two silk filament is attached with sericin gum. So after degumming, this two filament is separated, and you will get a fiber without sericin and a separated one. Normally, the silk fiber composed with fibroin and sericin. So fibroin is the main fiber content and sericin is a gum, and both are insoluble in water. Whereas sericin is more of amorphous in nature and it will be easily attacked by chemicals. So you can easily hydrolyze or solubilize the sericin gum than compared to fibroin, because fibroin is more crystalline in nature and it resists the chemical attack, and probably dissolving this fibroin is difficult than compared with sericin gum. So in the picture, it is clearly shown. So this is the fibroin and this is sericin gum. You have to remove the sericin gum to get a pure silk fiber and more lustrous one. So degumming is the process of removal of sericin. It is also called as boiling of, or commonly called as scouring of silk, and degumming. So degumming of silk involves the cleavage of peptide bonds of sericin. So it will attack the peptide link, and it will hydrolyze the peptide link and make it into a simpler compound, and that simpler compound is easily soluble in water, so it will be easily soluble and it will be thrown out of the silk fiber. So you can do a hydrolytic method or enzymatic method to hydrolyze the gum. So in this process, sericin is removed by hydrolytic breaking into a smaller compound, so that will be easily soluble in water. Decumming also removes the other substance which are attached with the silk. So normally fat, oils, natural pigments and other mineral compounds are removed in scouring process. That means degumming of silk. So there are four different methods are used in degumming. One is traditional method with the use of soap, that is Marsali soap, and the next one is degumming with synthetic detergents. And third, it is enzymatic degumming, and fourth, it is acid degumming. So this is the Marsali soap, natural soap, which is used to hydrolyze the sericin gum. So in this method, that is by the use of natural soap, that is Marsali, it is tried before the invention or before the application of detergents, because the Marsali soap or natural soap is more effective in soft water, but it won't effective in hot water, and moreover the process cost is very high than compared with the detergents. Normally 3 to 5 gpl of natural soap, that is Marsali soap, is used for this purpose at 90 to 95 degrees Celsius for 2 to 6 hours. And after this process you have to give hot wash and cold wash and then dry. So drying, or it will be passed to next process. So the next one is degumming with synthetic detergents. So it replaces the natural soap, because the natural soaps are costlier, and moreover the natural soap requires soft water to degum the silk. So whereas these detergents are more effective even in hot water. And condition for degumming, so you have to use detergents 2 to 5 gpl of detergents at 90 to 95 degrees Celsius for 1 to 2 hours. So as usual, after this process you have to wash the fabric with hot water and followed by cold water and then drying. So this is the sequence followed for degumming with the detergents. And the next one is enzymatic degumming. So here the enzymes are used for hydrolyze the sericin gum. So protease enzyme can break the peptide or amide linkage, so that will convert it into a simpler amino compounds, and that will be easily soluble in water. Otherwise, you can use a trispin, so that sericin protease, so that attack sericin. So in both the way you can hydrolyze the sericin, and is removed from the silk fiber. So normally this involves two-step process. One is hydrolyzation of sericin gum by using enzymes. After that, you have to remove the sericin gum by using washing. So there are two steps. One is removing the sericin, and second step to remove the natural wax oil stains. So in this first step, enzymes 0.5 to 1 percentage, temperature 55 to 60 degrees Celsius. So this particular temperature is very critical in enzymatic degumming, because most of the enzymes are effective only in that particular regions. For example, it will be more effective at 55 to 60 degrees Celsius at pH range. So if you increase the temperature above this limit or below this limit, it won't be effective. So you have to keep the temperature as mentioned. And time for degumming, we normally do 30 minutes, or you can go up to one hour. In the second step, that is a removal of wax oil stains. So you have to use 1 gpl of soap and soda as 1 gpl, temperature 95 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. So in this process the natural oil, wax, everything is removed. So after this you have to do hot wash, cold wash, and dry. Acid degumming, it is not commercially practiced because of the cost in nature, and it will reduce the strength of the silk fibers. So normally tartaric acid or citric acids are used for this purpose, and you have to keep it at 2.5 pH for 30 minutes. So after that again the same process, hot wash, cold wash, and drying is followed. So this is the comparison between the methods, so you can refer. And scouring of synthetic materials. Normally, synthetic material doesn't require scouring because it is a man-made fibers. So whatever the quality you want, you can manufacture. But in some cases, you have to remove the impurities. For example, if you take PC blended fabric, so you have to scour the polyester also. And moreover, in the process, in the manufacturing of cotton yarn, you will use different reagents for different purpose, so that should be removed before dyeing and printing. So for that purpose we have to do scouring. The objective of scouring the synthetic fiber is to remove the dirt and size, and it will remove the processing lubricants, and you can achieve the relaxation in the case of texturized and knitted yarns, and the production of special effects is possible. And you know the effect of acids on alkali on polyester or synthetic material like polyester and nylon. So in most of the cases the polyester will tender the sorry the alkaline solution will tender the polyester fiber. So you should not use the strong alkali for covering of synthetic materials. So in this case, you have to use some soda ash or ammonium hydroxide instead of caustic soda, and you have to use mild concentration like 4 2 gpl of soda ash, or you can use hydroxide ammonium hydroxide, and you have to keep the temperature below the actual temperature. So normally we keep at 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. Since you are using a polyester fiber, it will tender in alkaline solution. So it is better to use 75 to 80 degrees Celsius for scouring. And alternatively, scouring can be carried out with an anionic active detergents. So normally in that case, they will use 1 to 2 gpl of anionic detergents at 80 to 95 degrees Celsius for 20 to 30 minutes. And special precaution is necessary for scouring of polyester because strong alkali will tender the polyester fiber. So you have to take care more precautions when you use caustic soda on polyester. So similarly, nylons are scoured before dyeing to remove the added impurities and sighting colors. So synthetic detergents along with mild alkali are generally suitable for scouring of nylons. So this is the recipe for scouring of nylons. I hope you have learned the degumming of silk with the proper examples, and you understand the impurities present in the silk fibers, and what are all the impurities present in the silk fibers, and how to remove these impurities present in the silk, and how it will affect the silk fibers, and what are all the properties are improved by degumming. All those things you have learned by this class, and hope you have enjoyed this class. Thank you.